president of the TAA, the Teaching Assistants Association.
Solidarity! I'm here to talk about Walker's budget and how it is affecting the whole of the state. We know that Walker's budget slashes Badger Care for those most vulnerable. It eliminates advanced placement testing and slashes funding for science and technology funding in our K-12 schools. It cuts support for recycling and conservation programs. Let me tell you how Walker wants to treat higher education in Wisconsin. He wants to cut $250 million from the UW system. He wants to cut $125 million from the UW-Madison. And he wants to cut off the UW-Madison from the rest of the UW system. With the board of trustees of his own cronies. And moving towards corporatization and privatization of education. This is a national trend here. This is a national trend of defunding state education. It's happening from coast to coast.
Wake up,
Wisconsin,
America!
California. We need to fight back against this.
Yes!
And he has a full support across State Street from Chancellor Biddy Martin. Last week, Chancellor Biddy Martin robocalled 130,000 Wisconsin alumni, telling them to get on a town hall where she proselytized about the virtues of the public authority model. Are we going to take that? Take the privatization of education. What do we need? We need affordable public education in Wisconsin. Accessible publication, accessible to undocumented immigrants, to people of color, to those most in need, to the rebuilding of the middle class. I was so glad to see Christian over here from saying how he wanted and needed and wanted so much to get an affordable public education. Well, under Walker's plan, he and thousands of other Wisconsin families are not going to be able to provide that for their children. I believe, and I am an ardent supporter of what is called the Wisconsin idea, that the limits of the university do not stop until the borders of the state. We need to remind Scott Walker and the Republicans that this is Wisconsin and we believe in the Wisconsin idea. So to beat this budget, we need to not only act politically and recall those Republican senators, recall Walker in next year as soon as we can. We need to remind Walker that unionism is alive in Wisconsin. I am proud to say that yesterday, faculty at UW Green Bay voted to organize and a vote 98% voted for joining a union. That's impressive. Solidarity forever, brother. But we need to be not only active politically, but we need to be in the streets. We need to be organizing in our unions, making sure that we have active members. We need to be organizing in our schools, organizing faculty, students, staff, defending public education, affordable public education for every single Wisconsin resident. And then we need to be organizing in our workplaces, telling our coworkers to come out here and take action where it's necessary. So we are going to beat this budget. And I would like to end with a chant. I would like to say the workers and students united will never be defeated. 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 next speaker, Leon Brzezinski, President of the Wisconsin Association of Retired Americans.
Hello, Wisconsin! My name is Leon Brzezinski. I'm a retiree from the Electrical Workers 494. I'm the president of the Wisconsin Alliance for Retired Americans. On behalf of the WIRA officers and directors and our 103,000 Wisconsin members, I want to express our outrage at Governor Scott Walker's anti-labor measures and his draconian budget cuts for seniors and people with disabilities, public education, health care coverage, and veteran services. We need to stop the Wisconsin legislature from moving forward with the governor's anti-labor measures to eliminate collective bargaining for public employees. The governor claims he needed these anti-labor measures to address state and local units of budget and budget cuts. That is a lie! The State Employees Union accepted additional concessions to address the state budget, but the governor said no, he's not going to compromise. The governor didn't do this for fiscal reasons. This was a power grab for his right-wing pals. The governor's budget significantly cuts programs affecting Wisconsin seniors. He talks about shared sacrifice of Wisconsin citizens, yet his budget has not one single provision that shows any sacrifice for Wisconsin corporations and wealthy Wisconsin citizens. He gives over $200 million in tax breaks to corporations and provides tax cuts for the wealthy. In balancing his budget, the governor cut the homestead tax credit, which will increase taxes for seniors who have low incomes. He forces over 90,000 Wisconsin seniors and disabled residents on the highly successful senior care drug program to sign up for Medicare Part D. That will significantly add out-of-pocket expenses. For many of these folks, it's several $1,000s a year more for their drugs. He cut transit aid for seniors and people with disabilities by over $9 million. He freezes family care and breaks the promise originally made in long-term care. Family care provides services that allow seniors to remain in their homes and community. This will result in only one thing. That freeze will mean that the waiting list will grow and seniors will be served in nursing homes at a much higher cost. Brothers and sisters, this is not shared sacrifice. The governor demonizes our state employees and public workers like nurses and teachers. He doesn't give a damn about the people who plow our snow, maintain our roads, and work as guards in our prisons. These dedicated public services provide the services that make our state a great place to live. The governor has demonstrated he stands with the special interest of big business and his national right-wing buddies, not the citizens of Wisconsin. We need to take back our state. Brothers and sisters, we need to protect and support those who are fighting against the governor's radical budget proposal. We need to change the Wisconsin State Senate by working in the recall elections to defeat those senators allied with the governor. Are you with us? Are you with us? It gives me great pleasure to introduce Malin Mitchell, the president of the Wisconsin Firefighters. Thank you.
How are we doing today? Well, I like to send a thank you first to people that we never thank when we come to these rallies, and that is the people that actually plan the rallies and do a lot of the hard work and put a lot of effort behind it. So let's give them a round of applause. Thank you, Heather. Well, we've had an opportunity to go all across the country with our message. And I can tell you a couple things. One thing is that everybody's listening. Everybody's watching Wisconsin. And another thing is that we have touched lives of Americans all across the United States. And they're watching. But I did get
anti-labor measures and his draconian budget cuts for seniors and people with disabilities, public education, health care coverage, and veteran services. We need to stop the Wisconsin legislature from moving forward with the governor's anti-labor measures to eliminate collective bargaining for public employees. The governor claims he needed these anti-labor measures to address state and local units of budget and budget cuts. That is a lie! The State Employees Union accepted additional concessions to address the state budget, but the governor said no, he's not going to compromise.